She says she's in. But was that after I deleted it? But are you in after I deleted it? Oh my god, I saw a heart. Son of a bitch, Ray Ray's here. Well, hey, you missed my 5-minute conversation about spirituality, which I could actually go over again. But you're a down ass bitch, so I don't think I need to. And excuse my language, I apologize. You're a down ass lady. Um, and you're a lovely lady. Working on my manners. But I think you get it. What a fun ride. It has been a fun ride. Son of a bitch, my microphone didn't work. Son of a bitch, my thing didn't work, and then my other thing didn't work. And my birth certificate, well, it was actually my kids in the background. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm glad. Clearly, you're doing better than Emily. And now there's construction outside of my house. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and go with it. Because it's actually loud as shit. I'm seeing how much of, like, can you hear that? I actually might need to see what the fuck's going on outside of my house. I'm going to be right back. Okay, well, I'm glad you can't hear it. I can hear it. I hope my baby can't hear it. Because it's close enough to her window where if she was awake, she'd be hearing it. Here, shit. There's a pump truck outside my house. You know what a pump truck is? You're in Missouri, you probably have them. It's where they go in and they clean out the sewers and whatever. Literally right outside of my house, they're sucking out a drain. That hasn't happened the entire time I've lived here ever. Whatever. It's part of today. It's not for septic. We're on city sewer. But yeah, it's the same thing. Boopity boop boop boo doo 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 doo. Ray, what we gonna talk about? Ray, we've been an hour at this. Like, my baby's been asleep an hour. I better get on with the fucking show as opposed to spiritual lessons and shit. Oh yeah, I couldn't offend you. Yeah, but man, I offend the shit out of Emily and Bree. Pretty fucking mean to Emily. Or actually, Bree. I'm not that mean to Emily, but I do offend her. I'm deleting Snapchat. That's actually one of my things. It's lower on my show notes today. But yeah, I'm getting the fuck rid of that app. Like, the only thing it's done is made me and Emily mad at each other. I'm guessing we're mad at each other. She hasn't, like, snapped me in a week or two. Or responded to my snaps, which was just images of making fun of Michelle, whatever. It's fucking stupid. Like, the way you do it, where it's like, oh, here's a picture of Kylo walking, like, it's just cold. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's funny. It's a little bit of life. That's funny. But, like, having a conversation or whatever, just doesn't fucking work. It's not the right medium. Snapchat's not the right medium for how I communicate. Because I see Emily and I'm just like, man, can you fucking miss me with all your feminism? Like, clearly it hasn't worked out so well for you. Can you just give it up? But whatever. I'm gonna let it go. She tried making my baby girl a pussy hat. And I'm like, why the fuck are you giving a not even 1-year-old a pussy? Like, what are you trying to indoctrinate my child with? You realize it's indoctrination. Get the fuck out of here with your trans shit. I don't care. Fuck off. I'm actually kind of having fun with it, to be quite honest. But I digress. Snapchat's going away. And so anyways, I'm all spiritual and shit. Like, so I'm having a trash day, Ray. Like, if you can't tell. Like, fucking didn't get to sleep until after 2 because, that's fair. I just use it to send random shit at random times. Yeah, that's fair. It's just a distraction for me. So I got a podcast for you. I might even just share it in the show notes. Where it's like, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Here, let me do this. Sharon Srivatsa. You got an iPhone, right? Let me see here. Copy link to that. Boom, drop it in the chat. Boom, ba-doom. There's a, it's a good one. Business School with Sharon Srivatsa. He is the president of Real, a relatively new real estate company who, man, we should check out that stock. Reacts. Here, maybe I can share it picture in picture. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there we go. Reacts, and so let's go over the past. How do I check timeline here? I need to widen this a bit. I gotta widen it. I'm gonna widen it. I'm gonna widen it. We'll go to key events. Blah blah blah. Give me your fucking time. There we go. Past year to date. Actually, we're just gonna do past year. So where were we at the beginning of the year? 144. And now it's 531. Where was this? So it's been, for the last, 2 quarters approximately, it's been over $5 a share. I'm not going to say that this is one that's going to blow up in the next year. Oh, I got to fix that a little bit. Sorry. But damn. So anyways, that guy is the president of Reacts, and he is a smart guy. He's a really smart guy. His podcast is just fucking fire. If you're trying to get your shit together. It is a good get your shit together podcast. What was the last one I listened to? Downloaded. I think it was $1 Million Decisions. Actually, it was the Work Ethic System. That's what I listened to last night. So my baby couldn't sleep, so I decided to pop that into my head. And he talks about to-do lists and not to-do lists. And it's a bunch of stuff that I've heard before, but a lot of this stuff is, just repeat. And so it's what do I not need to do every day? It's fucking Snapchat. Damn, that just annoys the piss out of me. I'll go ahead and drop that one. But then there's also, checking Facebook or checking, Instagram. Instagram I'm hardly ever on. Facebook I'm on, just kind of scrolling, looking for jiu-jitsu videos or I don't know, it's really mindless scrolling. It is really just mindless, clueless scrolling when I'm tired as shit at the end of the day because, it's addictive and it's a habit that I developed. That's really all it is. Anyways, I digress. Where are we going with any of this shit? Oh, yeah, not offending you. So, having an ass day. But with that said, there's a number of ways of dealing with the ass day, which is oh, I'm having an ass day, or why is the ass day happening to me? I'm so sad. Poor me. I can't believe everybody's mean to me. And that reminds me of when my parents were mean to me. My ex was mean to me. And then, oh my God, there was a teacher when I was 3 who was mean to me. And oh my God, somebody just looked at me like a bitch on the road. And wow, why is Trump president? Or wow, why did Kamala lose? Or it could be wow, why is Biden president? Why are the people on MSNBC mean to me? Oh, Putin's such a bad guy. Blah. Or you could be oh, I'm having a shit day. Gonna do my fucking stream now. Oh, there's a pump truck. Okay. Slow down. What the fuck is in front of you? We had a saying in the restaurant business. And it was really just the good waiters who got it because it was just this literally just people complaining all day. So those people complaining all day are not present, okay? Your first spiritual practice, this is what I was talking about in one of the many streams that I canceled today, is just getting present. And what do I mean by present? It's just turning the volume down on our egos, our identity, our chatter, our inner chatter, the little voice in our head that's oh, look at that dress. Oh, I like that dress. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, it looks fat. Oh my God, do I look fat? Oh, I look good today. I feel strong. Oh yeah, no, by the way, ow, my fucking toe, blah, blah, blah. The chatter. Turn the volume down on the chatter. Easiest way to turn the chatter down is to get busy. To just work. Fucking do stuff. Just fucking do stuff. Oh, I'm complaining again. Oh, that means I need to go get some water. And then I'm going to drink my water. Coffee, but water. Being in the now. Thank you, Ray Ray. That makes it so much easier. So I can tell that you were in the now when we talk. Even in your streams, you're very like your streams are fucking snappy chanties, because you're really present. Okay, nobody around us. Most people are not present. Most people have not it. That's why I bought, like, for my clients, got them this book. If you haven't read it, strongly encourage it. The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's a classic. It's a classic spiritual book. It's one of the books every human being should read. It's just so easy. And Eckhart Tolle's got good stuff too, but you're already there. And so, like, a part of the now is, you know, even if it sucks ass and you're angry, you can still be in the now angry. Like, you could be in the now happy. You could be in the now whatever. Like, you can be in the now horny. That ain't bad. But I'm in my 40s, and that's really slowing down. But if I lost 50 pounds, I better be back. Bam! But not like I'm a teenager. Sad. So anyways, fucking where was I going with any of this shit? Oh, them not present motherfuckers. I have really lost some patience with them. I've really lost some patience with the whining, fucking complaining. But that's really not the point of my show or what I was even talking about. We should talk about your stuff. We're going to talk about your stuff, then we're going to talk about my stuff, and then we'll do some stuff. Actually, oh man, I got to get through your stuff, man, because I have got, like, some just funny insights. I don't know, funny insights. So, any predictions on which investments may have a nice return next year? I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing. And this is not investment advice, but it's, you know, I'm just literally showing you what I'm doing. So I'm going to make this so it's a little bit easier to see. Drop that down. And then maybe over here, and then we go here. And so what are my stocks? So one of the big ones that I'm keeping an eye on is Trax, Trax. And I don't know why that ticker is not popping up, so I'm going to go Trax stock, Yahoo. ReposiTrak. See, literally, track. Come on, would you give me a fucking break, people? Jesus. By the way, I can barely see your comment. Oh yeah, peaceful now. Okay, so I can't see your comments when I'm doing this because I'm half-assedly. Here, I can actually move this over here. Move this over here. And I think we're good. Wait, what the shit? Come on. Oh, I need to switch screens. Display capture. Blingy, not that one. Then we go to ReposiTrak stock. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. I have a lot to invest, but an extra penny is an extra penny. I hear that. That's fucking sick philosophy. So let's look at year to date. Actually, I'm going to do past year. Past 5 years. So how long has Trax been around? Actually, let's just do all time. Oh, they came out of the gate running. 2000. Damn. $100 a stock, and then slowly. Oh wow, look at that. So this one is like, so social media buddy, Twitter buddy Kumar. This is one of his big picks, and Kumar is like, he's real good at this. He's really good at this. Fucking, just listen to Sharon and Kumar, and your life's gonna work out. Like, I don't like all them Indians, but damn, the good ones are fucking amazing. It's a joke. It's a joke, people. And y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Some of those motherfuckers are just the worst. Indians are like the most sexist fucking guys on the planet, but whatever. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't fucking need to explain myself. Anyway, so here's Trax. So ReposiTrak. Why is ReposiTrak so good? So I have made a 130% return on this in the past year. I think is when I bought it. I bought it like, yeah, I think I bought it around, I bought it on around, it was like 9 or something like that. So I got it in one of the dips, I think. Actually, yeah, no, I've had it for over a year. Here's what's great about it. Trax is, what they do is they keep track of food. So they track your food. Now I'm going to butcher this, so please fucking forgive me, okay? we have this giant supply chain that moves everything on Earth around, okay? So it's moving not only your Nike sneakers, it's also moving your workout equipment, it's moving your rugs, it's moving your textiles, it's moving wood to build this house, it's moving the paint that goes on this house. We have a giant supply chain that moves everything around, also moves your food around, okay? And our food supply is dog shit if you haven't been paying attention. It's fucking trash. And we're about to find out how much trash it is. Let's just say that, Health and Human Services, Mr. Robert F. Kennedy, Robert J. Kennedy, Robert fucking Fred Kennedy Jr. gets in there, and he starts going to town on the food supply like we all expect him to. You're going to see, like, holy fuck, Americans are being poisoned. You're going to see people go to jail. You're going to see lawsuits. You're going to see the fucking hammer drop over the next couple of years on what our food supply is. We might even end up with some food shortages over it because the practices are so bad. Americans are going to be like, bleh, 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 retching. And then they're going to be like, oh my God, no wonder I'm fat because the food supply is so bad. Wee, I'm going to go wee. And they're going to fucking complain about it. But I digress. Repository tracks all of it. It tracks all the food. It's kind of like putting it, and this is just me kind of saying, like, I don't know exactly what their system is, but in essence, it's like you give everything a fucking serial number. So, like, I'm just going to say this little business card right here. Okay, this little business card, this goes on the blockchain. And actually, is that showing it? Okay, good. Because I don't want to, advertise them. Or get slammed. I got a copyright strike for my last show when all those dickheads popped in, by the way. Whatever. Anyways, so let's just say this is like your fucking oatmeal. It's like a bucket of oatmeal. So it's going to get a serial number on the blockchain, and Track's going to track all of it. And so it's going to be tracking all the food that's going around. So as people are like, oh, my food's gross, and my poor, it'll be tracked. So that's why we like that stock. What's another one? So I want to give you like good winners as opposed to like my gambling. I do plan on gambling on 23andMe because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you my gambling. Stock, let's just go to Yahoo Finance. Here we go. Now, let's take a look at time. Where is time? Let's just do past year. Oh, damn. What was it at the beginning of the year? Where is it? Oh, it was like 20 bucks, 17 bucks, 18 bucks. And now it's what, $3? Let's just go back even further. Let's go back 5 years. All time. Okay, so... Okay, let's just go back a year. It's going to be 2023. Even then, yeah, so it's like 18 bucks. But let's just go back at like the peaks. 2021, $231. What? Oh my God, $258. Whoa. So at the end of the day, even though 23andMe kind of sucks ass and it's fucking retarded, it's still a gigantic... genetics company. And I think we're going to get to a point real soon where genetics is going to start mattering. Here's why. And don't fucking trust me on this, okay? Whatever. We're going to have a shitload of crime if you haven't been paying attention. Like, we have problems with all of these fucking gangs that the Biden administration let in. Like, even to the point where my very, 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 very progressive family came over for, dinner the other day. And they were like, man, have you seen these fucking gangs from South America that are just, like, robbing basketball players and shit? Like, just going in and raiding houses? Like, we need to fucking clean this up. And they're not going to give Trump any credit for it. But Trump, Big Daddy, is going to go in and fucking clean that up. And I think not in the very near future, but... just looking at like the people. So remember when we were talking about, this was years ago during the Antifa rioting, all that crazy bullshit. Oh, Dan Lamborghini's in the house. Dan Lamborghini's in the house, racing down the fucking street. Burp, 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 burp. We're talking stocks, DNS. I got to get to it. But remember when all the Antifa's little fuckers were running around doing shit? And I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Your fucking phone's tracking everything. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Well, the security state, I think, is going to continue to grow. And we're going to end up with more biometric stuff. And so that's going to be like scanning your eyeballs and getting like, fingers, fucking whatevers. And that's because you're just going to have more fraud in the United States. So we're the country with all the money, and we have like the worst fucking security infrastructure in the universe, like as far as tech goes. And so you're going to see a rise in biometric surveillance, I would say. And I think 23andMe is one of those companies. I'm not going to say it's specifically positioned to do it, but it has the ability to do it. So they have enough data, they have enough infrastructure to where they could go work for the security state and then Whole Foods has the system where they read your palm for payment here. Yeah, fuck, man. It's the Bilderbergs. Just kidding. I don't know. Whatever. Like, it's DNS, Dan Lamborghini, Gorilla Dan. Actually, Dan Lamborghini is going to do just fine in the future. And Gorilla Dan's going to do just fine if Gorilla Dan is needed. But Gorilla Dan don't exist in the future that we're talking about. The Whole Foods has that here too. I don't even know if our Whole Foods has it here because I don't fucking shop at Whole Foods. I go to Winco and Costco. Although Costco now actually wants to read my card. I don't know why. I know like every single one of those people by name. I go to Costco all the time. And then Winco's like, I call it like, the ghetto United Nations. You guys don't have them here, but man, you want to fucking see the lower class of every fucking demographic out on the universe? Go to Winco. Their prices are fantastic, by the way. I was able to get like chicken legs right before the election for 69 cents a pound. 69 cents a pound for chicken legs. 69 cents. There's no one in front of that. I only go to Whole Foods when I want to try a fancy recipe. They do have good meat. So, like, at some point I might. But actually, I'm probably just going to go with the box meat because fucking ordering from Amazon anyways. You shop at Aldi's. Love it. Woohoo. Oh, yeah. But I think 23andMe and, Gorilla Dan might be able to comment on this. On, the biometric surveillance state that's coming. So that's one of the things that I would like to invest in. And I think 23andMe is, like, artificially low. Like, somebody could turn that company around. I'm not saying they're going to, but that's why I'm calling it a gambling stock. And the other stock pick earlier, Dan S., was Tracks. What was it here? Let me just check my thing right here. TRAK. And that's because it's basically they monitor the food supply chain. Tesla. It's going to be another one. So that's not going to be one that I'm saying, by the next year. 23andMe had drama with all its board. Yeah, they fired a shitload of people. Like, they just fired a shitload of people. So let's look at Tesla. So Tesla's like a long that I'm picking. I would buy it when it dips. So, your really smart fucking gurus say, don't buy in the dip, dollar cost average, or, get ahead of the market or whatever. Like, they all say, no, I'm like, oh, look, Tesla's on sale. And so earlier this year, Tesla was on sale. Then Daddy Musk and Daddy Trump got. But I expect Tesla to have another dip. And whenever they do that, like if Tesla drops down below, I'll just say $130 a share, 120. I'll buy a fuck ton of it. And the reason is them robots ain't going nowhere. Like Mr. Elon Musk, if you haven't been paying attention, who fucking runs Twitter. And Twitter sucks now, by the way. It's just it is propaganda. I mean, the libs got that one right. But so he's got Twitter, which is the largest conversation in the world, which is going to be the foundation for Grok, his AI. So he's got his big badass AI. He's got all of his fucking cars. He's got his fucking satellites. He's got his fucking rockets. He's going to have his fucking robots. He's like under 50. He's becoming the Republican George Soros, allegedly. So if you haven't been following this one, if you know who George Soros is, you should. I'm sure you guys have to know what George Soros is. Gorilla Dan certainly does, and Ray. I mean, he's responsible for your like prosecutors. I mean, we have to have talked about George Soros. He's Jewish. Anyways, so Elon Musk is talking about doing the same thing he did, except with Republicans, and so he created this like $100 million pack of like, okay, we're just going to go ahead and get our MAGA Republican, our leadership elected. So He's doing the same. Elon Musk is doing the same thing. So he's just going to have a massive amount of political power on top of the massive amount of industrial power. On top of he's Mr. Military Industrial Complex. Like Elon Musk fucking won the future. Like he won the future. So if I could buy into an Elon Musk company, I plan on doing it. But I want to do it on a dip. So if it dipped, I would do that. Finally, the last one. I'm going to say if you just want to make money in the short, and please don't take stock advice from a real estate agent on the fucking internet. Maybe 23andMe will come up. It might go down though. 23andMe, I'm not optimistic in the short term. I think that would be another long Traxxas. But let's take a look. Finally, speaking of Mr. Musk. So I'm just going to use this little chart right here because I think Coinbase. It's not Coinbase. What's the Coin Market Cap? Is that the one that I haven't used these in so long. Compare. So let's just do the last year. Boom. So Big Daddy J. I bought Dogecoin. No, it wasn't even in this past year. What was it? It's all time. Let's just do that real quickly. So I bought Dogecoin. It was maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, because I was expecting like Mr. Musk was going to be using this as his possible currency for X. So at some point, X and Facebook and all of them are going to have their own cryptos. Like Facebook's is Libra, X is probably going to be Dogecoin, whatever it is. And so then there's also, Mr. Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, like cake, are going to be head of the Department of Government Efficiency. Department of Government Efficiency. Then look at what happened to that fucking stock. I got a 350% return on that. And so I suspect if you want to just make some short-term money, like Dogecoin's it might be it. Dogecoin's gonna be pretty big. I mean, Bitcoin. Let's just go to like the Bitcoin price right now because everybody's talking about Bitcoin. Okay, there. It's already took like a giant shit in the past like day. So, okay, I'll move it over here so y'all can see it. So there's them Bitcoins. It was almost at $100,000, and now it's dropped down to, what is that? Yeah, 92 whatever. But if you look in the past month, it's up quite a bit. It was at 70, and then past 6 months, okay, cool. It's up 33.38%. Anyways, my point is that, it's at $92,000. That's a big buy-in. That's a lot of money. Like, that's a lot of money. Do I think Bitcoin could go to $1 million? Sure, it might. Do I think that BlackRock and the powers that be might fucking whack Bitcoin? They might. They're also trying to put, every single good on the planet, on the Bitcoin blockchain. And that means like a park over here, like a forest over here, will have its own serial number on the Bitcoin marketplace and chain on the ledger. And so the reason for that is, let's just say you're in Chile and your economy goes to shit, and then you're like, oh, I need to go ahead and like make some money so the IMF doesn't whack me, or like send, it's the goon squad to go get me. I better sell off some public lands. All those public lands are already on the Bitcoin network and they're valued. And so some big corporation can just be like, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and buy, like, I don't know, 1 million acres in Chile to offset my carbon credits. And we'll never develop there ever. And then boom, 1 million acres disappears from Argentina. It's on General Motors' fucking ledger. Done through the Bitcoin network. So maybe Bitcoin doesn't go anywhere, but it's like Bitcoin has some problems. Like if the United States and China both decide to shut off Bitcoin, boom, it's over. Which actually, that reminds me of one more stock I do want to talk to you about. I can't say what it's like. This one, I'm going to buy in the dip. Okay, hello, stock price. There we go. Boop 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 boop. I would have bought the IPO if I could have, but I didn't have shit for money. Which actually I need to talk about that too. Not having shit for money, but talking about money because I have money again, which is going to actually change how I do my show. So here we go. So that was the I don't remember. Something in here was the stock, like the IPO, and it was like $18 a share or whatever, and then it dropped down to what's that low? $5. Damn, that would have been nice. And now it's like 22. So Oklo, there we go. So you can see it. OKLO. They're one of those companies, and I talked about them years and years ago, back in the early Corona days. I mean, we're talking first year Corona days. They make the small modular Generation 4 nuclear reactors. So they're out in Idaho, and they make like nuclear reactors that'll just power a city. And they're these salt reactors that allegedly will never melt down ever. And so if you're looking at like, AI, what the amount of energy that we need to make AI run, which by the way, remind me to talk about AI in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. We need to double the amount of energy we need. And in order to have like a wonderful civilization, we need energy. That's it. That's the only fucking thing. That is the recipe for fucking humanity flourishing is energy. And then you have all these fucking grifters and idiots and dumb fucks who are like, we need to just use less energy because we're already rich and we want everybody in the world to be poor because we need to just have everybody poor. Otherwise, we'll kill the planet. And there's too many people on the planet, but whatever. I'm not saying we should kill them. Anyways, and in fact, we should improve their standard of living. Then maybe they'll clean up things. And then we can also use like advances in technology to whatever. AI reminder. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ray Ray. Thank you. Because this is a good one. Do you have Comcast? And if not, you should get your phone through Comcast. No shit. We need to double the energy supply, and nuclear is going to be one of the only clean ways to do that. So there's other stuff like space-based solar is really where it's at, but I think we're decades away from that one. Anyways, so Oklo, I'm very bullish on. I'm going to buy that on a dip. I'm just going to wait for the market to take a shit. So in the meantime, I'm just going to keep my money in cash until I have to invest it. I got like, I think 5 months before I have to dump my money into it. I'm going to go ahead and talk about money, and then I'll get back to your things. Oh, I'm not going to talk about money yet because I'm going to talk about AI. So if you guys have, do you have Comcast? Is Comcast your internet service provider? Or do you get your phone through Comcast? So if you have Comcast as like your internet service provider, it's basically Xfinity. So and Xfinity is your telephone service provider. Our phones are like $30 a month. You have Spectrum? Oh, get off the Spectrum, yo. Well, then I can't help you. But I'm going to go ahead and show you some stuff anyways. So Perplexity. Thanks, Perplexity. Love you. Love you. So let's go right here right quickly. Are there any promos where I can get Perplexity Pro for free? So you can see the output here. Free for 1 year. Perplexity Pro free for 1 year. And so you can actually ask Perplexity to do this stuff, which, man, okay. So free Perplexity Pro for 1 year. Xfinity customers, if you're an Xfinity customer, you can get a free year of Perplexity Pro through the customer rewards program. To claim this offer, blah, 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 blah. We got it. In fact, fuck, I might gift it to you. Let me know. Let me know if you want a Perplexity gift. Uber One subscribers. Are you an Uber One subscriber? Eligible under blah, US and Canada. Cool. College students. Some universities qualified for a free year. Lenny's newsletter subscribers. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Discount, student discount, referral discounts, promo codes. So there you go. Now, check out this one real quickly. I'm not going to get on it crazy on this. I'm going to actually start a new thread. Is anyone, and I'm just going to use this as an example. Does anyone have Black Friday or Cyber Monday specials for kettlebells coming up? Do this as a pro search. If the student discount can be used by my teen, then yeah, check it out. Dude, try it. Is she in like whatever that high school jumpstart shit is? I'm not sure if it'll work with public high school, but maybe. So, searching for recommended kettlebells with Black Friday and Cyber Mondays, blah, 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 blah. Yes, there are Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals on kettlebells across various retailers. Amazon. Discounts on Amazon basic kettlebells, $3 for a basic model and premium. Dick's Sporting Goods. Deals on brands like Weider and Ethos kettlebells. Kettlebell Kings. Up to 25% discount off kettlebells. Yes for all in balanced form. Discounted on adjusted and standard kettlebells, including sets. Best value. Consider adjustable models for versatility or sets if you need multiple weights. Kettlebell Kings competitions. These are real spendy, but 13% off. Ethos kettlebells. 23% off. Let me see. Cap barbell cast iron, 34% off. Power block adjustable, 29% off. Weider cast iron, 50% off. Son of a bitch. Use Perplexity for your Christmas shopping this week. Use it on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Save yourself a shitload of money. You can just go to Perplexity and have it scour the internet for you for details. Do I need to fucking just point out how amazing that is? That we can use AI to, and it's just pure capitalism, whatever, fucking whatever. Dude, it's scanning the internet to save us money. Like, it's saving me money. Like the thing that I'm not actually spending money on it because I asked it how to save money. Because I was just like, how can I get you for free? And it's like, oh, you should use Xfinity. And I'm like, babe, do we have Xfinity where you can use it? Yeah, no, totally. Here, try this code. Okay, great. $240. Boom, that's free. Oh, wow, it's going to cut the cost of the kettlebells I'm getting by like 25%. Shit. Stuff that I was already going to buy. So fuck searching Amazon and Google. Like, you don't need, it'll search Google and Amazon for you? Shit. I just can't get over how amazing this is. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. So let's go back to my beautiful face. We're going to go to our messages real quickly here. And then we have to go to predictions on which investments. We did that. Ozempic will still be very popular. It will. Ozempic will still be very popular. And so will the other, like, GTS4 global goods. I honestly, so I looked into this stuff a little bit because I'm fit, and I have been for a long time, which has affected my genes. You know, there's a chemical that gets released in your brain when you're basically like doing heavy cardio and weightlifting. I don't remember what it is, or it trips like some sort of gene. I don't know. And that gene is responsible for how we, like, you know, hold on to fat or lose fat or whatever. Okay. And so the problem is like we can lose a bunch of weight and then you do the yo-yo thingy. And so I think like a combination of like sustained weight loss is a function of weightlifting, cardio, diet for an extended period of time. And then what Ozempic and these other like class of drugs, whatever, is they kind of stimulate, like they encourage that mechanism of the brain to flip. I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know. I don't know. I am in a camp of where I'm not going to do that yet. Because I'm running. I'm just going to keep running. Like, running makes me eat better. And so I'll just keep doing that and weightlifting and check back in a year. Okay? Can you set a reminder in the chat in 1 year? Ask about that one. But it will still be really big. Also, are the treasury bonds even worth it anymore? I cannot advise you on treasury bonds. Jessica likes them. I just do way better in the stock market. That's my thing. Like, I don't do bonds. Homeschooling. So it would probably be a smart investment then. Ozempic, yeah, probably, sure. The company that manufactures it. I don't know. Can I just say I don't know? Let's just go back to here real quickly. Company that makes Ozempic stock. Novo Nordisk, $105 a share. So in the past year, it's a low. Where is that? Yeah, it's down for the whole year. Actually, it's just, it's almost flat for the whole year. And it's high quite a bit. So let's take a look at 5-year. Still pretty high. I mean, that's like, it might go down a little bit more, but I can't predict what the stock's going to do. That's fair. I struggle with stocks because I'm afraid of loss, but I know I just have to get over that. Otherwise, I'll just stay stuck. That's why. So, can I? How long has this company been around? It's a relatively new company, man. Stocks. So with the incoming administration, they're going to go after the pharmaceutical companies, and I don't know if that's going to be distributed equally. But you can expect that fucking Pfizer is going to get hammered. Moderna is going to get hammered. Like what these fucking companies did over COVID is going to happen. And I don't know if that's going to bring down the whole market. I do think people will still continue taking Ozempic, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Like I can't. So that's why I can't advise you to invest in it one way or the other. But I can tell you that investing in megacorps is a good idea. I've talked about it forever. Like one of my best returns of all time is Microsoft. Microsoft ain't going anywhere. AI ain't taking out Microsoft. In fact, Microsoft is one of my AI picks, okay? Microsoft is going to invest heavily in AI. So is Amazon. And the cartels, so like Facebook is another one. Like these companies are not fucking going anywhere. Like a medium on Facebook, I think they'll be able to transition because I mean they've got the augmented reality stuff. They've already built the AI, not the AI stuff, but the VR stuff. Like I think those guys are living in the future. Like I'm gonna buy Facebook glasses. I will buy Facebook glasses in the next month probably. Which I should actually go into that stuff. But like my guaranteed winners, like Microsoft's the guaranteed winner. Like Microsoft, that nobody can unthrone Microsoft. Okay, by the cartels. And if you're really concerned, just buy. And if you want to do just like regular investing, so you have a safe place to invest your money, and Dan S can maybe or not back me up on this. Just invest in index funds. Okay, find an index fund you like and just do that. And that's like going to be a pool of the top 500 stocks. But I told you what I'm bullish on. Like, I think Track is really like that's what I'm going to put my money in. TRAK. But let's go to other questions because I haven't even started with my show. Let me see. Homeschooling. Let's ask Perplexity. I have a friend whose teenage daughter is bored in high school, has straight A's, and gets in trouble for reading in class. She would like to homeschool her. What are some ways she could talk to her teenage daughter about Somebody asked Perplexity. Oh, you guys aren't there. Answer. Your friend's situation is not uncommon for parents or gifted or of gifted or high achieving teenagers. Here are some ways she could approach the conversation about homeschooling with her daughter. Emphasize personalized learning. One of the main advantages of homeschooling for high-achieving students is the ability to tailor the curriculum to their interests and pace. Your friend could discuss with her daughter how homeschooling would allow her to work at her own speed, moving quickly through subjects she finds easy. Dive deeper into topics that fascinate her. Explore subjects not typically offered in traditional high schools. Highlight flexibility and freedom. Homeschooling, and so like other stuff would be, she wants to get interested in, her YouTube channel or whatever that shit. That could be one of the classes. Okay? So, like my daughter, for example, she's going to be starting elementary school next year, so preschool. And I'll get to your comment in a minute, grill it in. And that's going to cut into her jujitsu time. Like, I would homeschool my kids and put them in martial arts training fucking 10 hours a week. Like, just be like, hey, Kyla, so I pull you out of school, that's whatever, but how would you like to do judo or fucking, judo or Muay Thai? I know she likes wrestling, that kind of stuff. Out here, we have something that has a split program to where it's like you can do public school 3 days a week and then two days a week of homeschool. That might be an option too. But it sounds like you also want to get her away from the fucking scumbag friend. So I hear you. The ability to create a schedule that works best for her daughter's learning style. More extracurricular activities, hobbies, passion projects. Option to take college courses early if she's ready. Additions for address social concerns. Many teens worry about socialization when considering homeschooling. Your friend can discuss ways to maintain and expand social connections, such as joining homeschool co-op groups, participating in community activities or sports teams, attend homeschool events and meetups, discuss academic rigor. For high-achieving students, it's important to emphasize that homeschooling can be academically challenging. Your friend could talk about access to advanced coursework and materials, opportunities for in-depth research projects, potential to prepare for college-level work, explore real-world learning opportunities. Homeschooling can open doors to unique learning experience. Your friend might discuss internships or apprentices in fields of interest, volunteer work aligned with her daughter's passions, travel opportunities for hands-on learning, involve her in the decision. Finally, it's crucial to involve the daughter in the decision-making process. Your friend could ask her daughter to research homeschooling options. Damn. I would definitely try that with Kyla. Encourage her to list pros and cons, discuss potential curricula or learning approaches together. So if I may, Perplexity is the shit. I would say that ask your daughter to research homeschooling options and list them pros and cons. I think it's awesome. And then also like her side hustle, like does she want to keep baking goods? She could build a website for it. She could start selling it online. You can have her come up with a distribution account. Like route, you could have her, I'll actually leave this episode up so you can, if you want to come back to it. But also like have her have a ledger. So she could do a 1099 or like not 1099, but like basically she could start a business. She could use Excel spreadsheets. She can track her profit and losses. She could basically run this like a kitchen. She could run this like a business. And that would be a course. That would be a class. That would be one of her classes. And then investing would be another one. So she'd actually get a finance class at home. So it's like, I want you to pick these stocks and track them. And what we're going to do is you're going to learn about dollar cost averaging. Okay, you're going to pick some stocks that you like or an index fund. And then also she can create spreadsheets to track her investments. Boom, there you go. Greatest show in the universe. Don't send any kids here. They're all retarded. I fucking hate the internet. But I like your kids. Let's go to Danis's comment. I'm focused on index funds. I can day trade, but I prefer the regular lower return to the roller coaster ride of stress. Excuse me. I've got something of a weird sensation. Getting old is terrible. I literally have something tickling my sinuses. Literally, it's like there's something there, but I haven't done anything. It's because I'm old. I'm so old. My sinuses hurt and Trump's the president. Anyways. Let me go back to... That was an inside joke, Danis. We're talking about being present. You're pretty present, so... You already know what we're talking about. The complaining versus, just like, oh, I got to do something else next. As opposed to the drama and the chatter of ego and identity. But we're woke as fuck here, so we ain't got to worry about that. School. Oh, so potentially moving out of Missouri. Where would you go? Jason's been wanting to move out of Missouri for a while. You don't want the piece of shit houses here. And you don't want to live in the city. You want to go out in the county? Oh, yeah. And so Kyla's fine, giving her lunch attention. That's dumb shit. I can't believe she's getting detention for reading. But that sounds like public education. So a big thing about public education. I have a bloody nose? Ugh. Anyways, okay, those schools. It's a race to the bottom. They don't try to bring the bottom up. They try to bring the top down. That's what your diversity, equity, and inclusion is. And anyways, that's all that shit's fucking dead. So I want to get into my show. Because my kid's going to wake up really soon. The Democrats are not going to be able to course correct. Okay? So, big transition. Boom, boom, boom. So I have had conversations. So I live in a very Democratic blue area. As some of you might know, I even voted for some Democrats. And nobody I voted for. Nobody I never. If you want a candidate to lose, have me vote for them. That's going to be your first bet. So anyways, I digress. I am batting 0 for presidents. I'm never, ever, ever. Anyways. My eyeball. I promise you, I'm not doing that snow. It's my fucking sinuses or whatever. My old. Actually, it's not sleeping. It's my kids. Transition the whatever. Unless you want to talk more about that stuff. Okay, let me actually look at my notes for a second here. Okay, I'm gonna check some stuff off. We're deleting Snapchat. And going back to that Sharon Srivatsa, so an interesting, Dan S., you still here? Looks like you might be. Interesting podcast you might like. I have it in the chat earlier, but it's Business School with Sharon, Sharran Srivatsa. And if you're looking for who he is, he's the president of Real, the real estate brokerage. So with all that info, you should be able to find him. He's got a good podcast. And so I'm just crossing stuff off the list because I need fewer distractions. Shit, you guys are actually who I should talk to about all this. So the show going forward, I'm going to continue doing this still. And I might still continue doing it here, and I'm just going to name the shows dumb shit and nobody will watch. And not have to really worry about it. I'm not going to focus on building a YouTube channel yet. I'm going to focus on making money. And I'm going to just tell you how I'm doing so you get the world of it. I have had my best year ever, and it was all done in the last quarter. And it's actually embarrassing that this is my best year ever, but whatever. I made 60 grand. Because I've had mental blocks. I'll just say I've had serious mental blocks around money all my life. I know everything about it. I know a lot about it. But I've just had my father lost a bunch of money in the stock market when I was a kid and it fucked me up. And my mom was crazy about money. My parents were just literally the worst about money. It would have been better if they taught me nothing. Because then I had to unlearn a bunch of stuff. And I'm just like, fuck it, I roll. I got over that. Figured some stuff out. Oh, damn, I can make a lot of money in real estate. I had my one client this quarter in gross commission income. And what gross commission income in real estate is, you have to pay your brokerage up to a certain amount. In my brokerage, it's a little over $10,000 every single year. And then what happens is after that, you cap. So then after you cap, you get almost 100% of your paycheck. Okay? But you have to pay the brokerage first. That's every real estate company. It's just part of keeping the lights on, the infrastructure for the brokerage. Gross commission income is the big whatever. This one client, this one quarter, $45,000. And so I'm looking at that and I'm like, why the fuck do I need to worry about YouTube? You saw the Claudes that came out the other day. They were awful. I wanted to impact these young people, but it's just am I going to really be able to impact these people? No, that's not what I need to build right now. What I should probably build is a Facebook money printing machine, which would be using Facebook ads, Facebook targeting, and also how to grow organic Facebook. And what this looks like is posting stuff regularly on Facebook that's relevant to the local community. And so by being a big real estate agent locally, I can impact my local community more than trying to get on YouTube and affect the global community. And I also don't think I have my shit together enough to do that. So, it's also going to be doing basically. Long story short, I'm going to start a marketing and media company. And use Facebook as my primary business generator. So if you guys have questions in the future about Facebook marketing, by the end of the year, end of next year, I will be an absolute expert in it. So if you want to use Facebook marketing to target Kyla's, potential customers for selling cookies or whatever she chooses to do, that'd be another course. And I would help you guys out with that because it's pretty amazing what you can do on Facebook and selling that stuff. So I'm going to work on real estate. No house. And I will still do my show. We're talking about random things, but that's it. That cool? Is that cool? Are we all cool? Is that cool? Are we cool? Are we cool? We cool? We're on the same page. Anybody want to get in real estate? Learn how to buy, sell, and invest in real estate? Call me. Because, man, the real estate bucks are just fucking crazy. Like, and the stress is actually not that bad once you know what you're doing. It's a medium bag, but whatever. Political appointments. Matt Gaetz is out. I think Matt Gaetz might have actually sabotaged himself to some extent. But we don't need to talk about that. What I really want to talk about is the OODA loop. And I want to use the Democrats as an example of it. So, and I hope I wasn't humble bragging by any means. If I was, call me out, please. It's mostly that I have, I don't know, you're the people that I talk to all the time about stuff. Like I can actually talk to about stuff. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Oh, please, come on. Okay, fine. Just give me the image. Just give me the fucking image. Okay, fine. Give me, there. Whore. Okay, so now here's where I'm going, and I'm not sure exactly where to jump into this. If you guys have been paying attention to the election and the fallout of the election, the Democrats cannot figure out what the fuck to do. Like they have lost their minds about all this stuff. Okay, and I've talked to many. I live in a very liberal place, a very progressive place. And as a result of it, I've had this conversation with many people, and they don't know why they lost. It looks like maybe one of you are still here, maybe both of you are still here. I hope you're both here because I would like to get your feedback on it. Ray and I had a talk, which was like, part of why, she preferred the red candidates versus the blue candidates was a lot of it's the trans stuff. The weird sex stuff, and crime. Okay, so she's got a child and she doesn't want her child exposed to all this stuff. Mine was like, I think there'll be better on Iran. Like, well, actually, I put it that way. I was more in favor of blue because I thought they'd be better on Iran because I don't want the United States to go to war with Iran. Whatever. But we all have our concerns and whatever. So we're managing it. But Ray and I would say we were making decisions based on policy rather than on tribal alignment. Okay? So Dennis is still here. Ray, I love Ray. Ray, come back. Why did I lose you, Ray? That might have been at work. So tribal alignment. So Ray was not stuck into tribal alignment, and neither were I. Okay? I don't like the Democrats. And she's not like, oh my God, Donald Trump's the best. But, we voted the way that we voted. Versus a lot of our friends who are apoplectic. Is that the word I'm looking for? They're like, oh my God, the trouble. Oh God, they're fucking fascists. They're fucking, and they're just awful. Like I've lost friends. Like I'm just like, I'm done with my family. I'm done with so much of my family just based on how terrible they have been about this election. Where was I going with this? And so, but I have a curiosity around this stuff, which is like, why did Donald Trump win? Why did Donald Trump win? Why did Kamala Harris lose? Like, I find that interesting. Like, I found this to be an interesting election more than like, this was the first one where I was like emotionally detached from it. Okay. I'm just like, what's going on here? And so I started digging into that question, and it's like, oh, okay, it's the trans stuff. Oh, it's the, it's the everything. If we're being honest, like for me, like I think the reason Trump won was crime, fucking the border, fucking inflation, the fucking trans shit, the fucking war in Ukraine, bombing of Gaza, like, yeah, the fucking that all that shit got Trump elected. Just lying, just fucking Trump getting shot, the lawfare thing. I knew if they convicted Trump, he was gonna win. Like I called that like 2 years ago. I even remember the conversation I had with my sister-in-law about it, and she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, because it's all bullshit." Oh, really? The news doesn't tell me that. It's because the news is fucking bullshit. And so it's like, oh, and the media lies, and so all these reasons are there. Okay, all these reasons are there. That's besides the point. I'm talking to people, and I'm also listening to stuff. So I don't know if you listened to Jon Stewart's breakdown of it. Like, there's some stuff that he absolutely nailed, and then he just goes completely sideways. Like, it's worth listening to because it's so fucking unhinged. He's like, okay, yeah, sure. People were I fucking hate Jon Stewart, by the way. I hate Jon Stewart so much. I don't actually hate Jon Stewart because I like him. I kind of like the guy personally. Like, I think he's a likable guy. Sort of like Trump. I like the guy, but he is such a destructive force in American politics. Fucking Jon Stewart has done so much damage to this country, and people don't even realize it. Like, he doesn't even realize it. It's just so fucking bad. Anyways, I digress. So he goes on, he's just like, okay, yeah, sure. So people did woke stuff for like 3 weeks in 2020, but that's it. That's not what the Democrats ran on. The Democrats lost because they tried being Republicans. Excuse me? Yeah, no, like, here's Kamala talking about guns, and here's Tim Walz talking about guns, and here are these other people talking about guns, and I was like, whoa, there's rural Democrats talking about guns? I'm totally fine with the Dems not figuring out why they lost. I believe that. Nobody's going to listen, like, no Democrats that matters is going to listen to my show. I'm going to explain why I don't think they can figure it out. Like, this is actually what this is about. But it's also, like, this will help you in your decision making. It's an important thing. Have this be a class, okay, Ray? This is going to, Kyla understanding the OODA loop fucking change your life completely. Like, just fucking change the trajectory of your life. Like, and I'm not saying that's in a bad trajectory by any means, but it'll be good. It'll be good. OODA loop's good. So he's just like, we weren't liberal enough. And I think Cenk Uygur said something similar. And then Anna Kasparian's just like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, I had a homeless man try to rape me. Are you fucking crazy? Like, in front of my house in California. This is bullshit. And then they're like, oh, you can't talk about it because everybody will say it's racist. And she's like, there was a fucking white guy. What are you talking about? You need to shut up because of the unhoused. Like, you're being mean to the unhoused. So it's just this crazy liberal shit, all right? This crazy liberal bullshit is why they lost. We lost. I don't know, whatever. Jon Stewart saying that it's because, and not because of the woke stuff, is an example of them not being able to understand what's going on. There we go. Let me remove. Okay, we had to get rid of a user. Fucking Christ. I might need to... Here, I'm going to fix the chat. If you guys want to message me, you can. Fucking hate... This is why I'm focusing on Facebook, by the way, guys. This is why I'm going to do it. Maybe I will have to do a private show. I fucking hate the internet, and I hate these dumb fucks. Anyways, but I digress. Where were we? The OODA loop, the Democrats, the blah, 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 the unwilling... So I was having a conversation with one of my clients. Great guy. Very liberal guy. But great guy. And... Actually, before I get rid of this one. So it's like whites versus blacks. Who do you think will win? Who are you betting on? That is just a retarded thing to say, okay? And it's not that I'm rooting for the whites or I'm rooting for the blacks. Whites and blacks are actually in exactly the same boat. What we have is a class conflict where the rulers of the universe, America, the United States, the fucking free world, the globe, want white people and black people fighting. They want Muslims and Indians fighting. They want the Chinese and the Russians fighting. That didn't work out so well. But basically, they all want us at each other's throats. That's why X or whatever platform you're on is going to show you nonstop videos of blacks beating up white people or whites beating up black people, so we all fight amongst each other. Well, we don't realize that banks or BlackRock are stealing fucking everything. That isn't nailed down. And if it is nailed down, they'll go ahead and start a war like the war in Ukraine. So, as Lindsey Graham said, they can go in and take their $5 to $7 trillion worth of resources. That's what this shit's about. It's not about white people and black people fighting. It is all about fucking murdering people. So these companies can go ahead and make trillions of dollars. And in fact, they're legally obligated to do so because they have to. They're legally required to generate quarterly returns for their shareholders. We have a very fucked up system. So that's a preposterous question. Oh, it's a bot? Thank you. I don't even know because I didn't read all those comments, but I'm getting bot attacked. Why the fuck are bots on my channel? Dennis, I might need to do that private show like we were talking about. I can't mass mute everybody. Can I? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to block the chat from my field of vision so I don't even need to worry about it, guys. If you want to talk to me, you can go ahead and just message me. But I'm going to get back to the OODA loop and this stuff because it's fucking great. Them Russian rockets. Man, we need to talk about the Russian rockets. That's fucking crazy. Oh, so I have this wonderful client, and he's like, I was listening to this person because I was just trying to figure out, like, you know, because I thought Kamala was going to win. It's like, I'm just been trying to figure out how Donald Trump won. He's like, I was listening to this big smarty pants Democrat, and she said, we don't need to understand what happened. We don't need to, like, try to figure out why they beat us. What we need to do is fight, fight, fight. Okay? That's what they're doing, Dan S. They're going to just fight, fight, fight. They're not going to try to course correct. They're not going to try to figure out what went wrong. They're not going to try to figure out, like, why they lost. What they're going to do is just come up with a bunch of bullshit and fight, fight, fight. They're not going to course correct. And this is actually a really bad problem for them. So if we go to the OODA loop over here, the first part is like observation. So unfolding circumstances, outside information. And so it's implicit guidance and control. I'm not going to worry about it. So based on what we observe, then we're able to orient around that. So what do we use to orient? We use the knowledge that we already have. So we have our cultural traditions, analysis and synthesis, previous experience, new information, genetic heritage, boop, 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 boop. And it just sort of like rotates around in there, okay? And then based off of our understanding of a situation or the problem, we decide how to act. And so there's your implicit guidance and control. And that action allows us to have it, like, basically the actions create consequences. And so there's the unfolding interaction with something. So I observe something, I orient myself around it, I decide what to do next, and then I respond to it, okay? When you fuck up orientation, when you don't get that quite right, it makes you have, how do I describe this? So the easiest thing would be, you know, it wasn't the woke trans stuff and the guys in bathrooms that cost us the election. The Republicans are just racist, okay? Have that be. That means that they're going to continue doing the trans stuff, boys in bathrooms thing, and they won't course correct for it, okay? They're not going to fix that problem. And what that's going to do is it's going to actually work, it's going to undermine them because it already spun off so many people that people are like, oh, this is disgusting. I can't be a part of this. Well, it's going to make even more people jump ship. And then they're going to double down on it and say, oh, everybody who leaves is a racist, terrible person. Until they reorient, they can't fix anything. And they're incapable of orienting because they're so, like, it's become like a sort of a religious fervor around this stuff. Like, let's take some people that both of us know, that all of us know, who are just committed lefties, and are they even capable of admitting that they're wrong? No. Okay, there we go. Well, I don't know, man. I've got like, I don't know why this keeps happening. I got botted. Well, it was the first, like, I don't know, some like Nick Fuentes followers are like bot attacking me is like the easiest way I could describe it. Maybe Gorilla Dan could explain it a little bit better. I'm doing what I can to just like mute these people as they pop up, but I'm gonna go back to my notes, okay? Because I can't really run a show like this because I can't be distracted by the chat. And, you know, the fact that there's, I don't know, a bunch of chuds here. Like, I don't know what to do, right? So I'm just going to go back to my show. Okay? So, long story short. Son of a bitch. It's really weird. Whatever's happening to my channel, it's weird. Let me see. We already cupped it. I want to point out one little thing, and then we're going to wrap this up. So I'm going to go back to my face right here. We're going to go here. Then we are going to... go here, then bookmarks. Don't have them here, but what I do have is, you know, here, rockets. Russian weapon. Oreshnikagagat. Let me see if I can. So here we go. Ray Ray. Boop 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 boop. Man. Dan S., what happened to my channel? That's you, Jeremy. But I don't think it's Jeremy. There's David Sachs saying whatever he is, the Ornish missile. And so what we do is we go over here to media. And so a very long story short, it's actually a pretty short story, is the... So Biden, in his last 2 months of office, has authorized the Ukrainians to use the ATACMS missile system, which is a long-range, medium-range, I don't know, long-range missile system that basically allows them to hit inside of Russia. It's like 300 kilometers or 300 miles, however far it is. Okay, so basically where I'm at the border, I could hit Oregon from here. So, Russia said that's a red line. Okay, there's been 2 red lines for Russia throughout this whole thing, regardless of whatever our idiot government says. And the first red line is, don't put, don't allow the Ukrainians to join NATO. Okay? Don't allow the Ukrainians to join NATO because it's a red line for us. Okay? We don't want you putting a bunch of nukes on our border. Okay? So we violated that one, and then the Russia-Ukraine war kicked off. Then the second one was don't give these people long-range missiles. And actually, really, what it is don't attack Russia. All right, United States, Europe, don't attack Russia. Okay, if the Ukrainians are attacking us, that's one thing. If you guys are doing it, it's another thing. So the ATACMS missile system is an advanced system that requires, long story short, American support. So with that, or the British Storm Shadow missiles, it requires our countries to be backing up I just have to block it as best I can, guys. Damn, it's so annoying. It's so fucking annoying. Jesus, I fucking hate teenagers. I hate this teenager. Actually, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop my show for a second. And I'm going to go over here real quickly. I'm going to have a talk with a kid. And I'm sorry you're an unhappy person, okay? I'm sorry you're an unhappy person and that people at school don't like you and your parents did a shitty job raising you and that you're bitter and you masturbate too much, okay? I'm fucking sorry life didn't work out for you. I have nothing to fucking offer you, okay? Okay? I got nothing for you, kid. Like, maybe stop masturbating so much. Maybe stop blaming black people for your problems. Maybe stop being on YouTube and looking for fucking, I don't know, solutions to your problems or people to blame for your problems and start doing some air squats, start doing some push-ups, go for a jog, eat some real food, stop eating fucking corn syrup, stop drinking soda, stop drinking energy drinks, try drinking water, okay? Maybe try drinking water and try reading a book, okay? Put down the video game controller and pick up a paper book. Pick up a paper book and expand your mind, work out a little bit, and then maybe you'll be happier. And then maybe you won't spend the precious little time that you have on this planet coming on some stream and just saying like racial slurs over and over again. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why you're wasting your life. Like, I do not understand why you're sitting here wasting your short life, okay? In 10 years, you're going to have friends dying. In 20 years, the amount of friends that you're going to have die, shock you. It'll fucking shock you how many people you know are dead, okay? You're going to die someday. You're going to die someday sooner than you think, and you're going to look back and say, oh, wow, maybe I shouldn't have just jumped on some fucking guy's stream who has amazing hair and is trying to educate some people about what the fuck's going on in Russia, because the Russians just dropped some fucking weapon system that the Americans can't stop, that the Europeans can't stop, and people are freaking out about it. And I'm here to tell people, it was just the Russians blowing up some ammo depot, proving that they could nuke any city in the world whenever they want to, and there's nothing we could do to stop them. That's it. That's all I was going to show. And so then I can go over here and I can be like, hey, look at this little missile strike, okay? Check out this missile. This is one missile, okay? One missile did this. Boom, but there's 6 missiles. 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 That was one missile. That was one missile. That thing is so fast. That thing is so fucking fast that it's in the air flying around and then it hits the ground in a half second. That's one miss. Here, let's look again. Oh, one missile. Oh, but it's 6 missiles. Oh, but it's 6 missiles again. 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 Oh, that's fucking amazing. I learned something new. That is amazing. But no, I'm going to go on some stream and just be fucking retarded. So anyways, Ray Gorilla Dan, that is my show for the day. I'm going to wrap it up. I hope these teenagers Actually, sorry, I've got a message coming in. I hope you find some purpose in life. I know you're all nihilistic, but yeah, I got nothing for you. Actually, I do. I do. You little cocksuckers. I will offer you something of value. Read this book, The Four Agreements, A Practical Guide to blah, 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 by Don Miguel Ruiz. Read this book. It'll change your life. It'll make you a better person. It'll make you a happier person. It's an easy book to read. It's not long at all. It's not even 200 pages. Very easy to read. You'll be happier if you do it. If you don't do it, that means you don't want to be happy and you just want to be a miserable shit for the rest of your life. I'm sorry, but you're going to be like one of the complaining people that we were talking about through the entire show. I'm sorry you suck. That's it. That's all I got. So that's my show for the day. I'm going to dip, and I wish you all the best. Have their book. You haven't read it. I'll definitely get to it now. It's worth reading. It's a really good book. Okay? So, Angels on Your Pillows, guys. Love you, Dan S. Love you, Ray Ray. Even you miserable shit, I wish you the best in life. I hope that you find some fucking sense of happiness and fucking grow up. Do some push-ups. Do some push-ups. Actually, if you really want, do some push-ups.